I now recognize a member from Scarborough-Guildwood.
Mr. Speaker, I am always honored to rise on behalf of my constituents of Scarborough-Guildwood. And there's, no more critical an opportunity than the throne speech for the government to set out its vision for the people of this province. And as my colleagues have already said, that this government has fallen way short. It is heartbreaking that the PCs has really squandered this opportunity and could not bring themselves to do the necessary work to really define what is the vision under their government for the people of Ontario. And, Speaker, the reconciliation was mentioned with Indigenous peoples of this land, but what was missing is the action. We just recognized the first National Day of Reconciliation in Canada, and this government, under this Premier, refuses to make that a national holiday in Ontario. And so commitment needs action. It's time for the Premier and for his Conservative government to do their part and to put Ontarians first, not your re-election plans and your campaigning and your, pre-victory laps before we're even through the pandemic. Deliver on things like lower class sizes so that students in my constituency of Scarborough-Guildwood, like at Cedar Brae Collegiate and St. Ursula, are not disrupted because of outbreaks in their schools. Deliver for children with autism and their families so that 50,000 children are not waiting on those wait lists, which have doubled under your watch despite funding. You have the funding, but you have not spent it. Deliver on mandatory vaccinations in our healthcare system, in our education system, so we keep those most vulnerable safe. Deliver on a plan to vaccinate children under 12, between 5 and 12, as soon as that vaccine is approved and safe by Health Canada. Deliver on $10 a day childcare. Sign the federal agreement. Why are you holding out? One of the last provinces. If you care about women and their economic recovery, that was not mentioned in the throne speech at all, despite women seeing the most challenging effects from this pandemic. Deliver on justice for those taken from us far too soon and the elderly in long-term care and in our communities who have borne the brunt of this pandemic. Deliver on a third round of funding for small businesses in this province who also were ignored in this throne speech. And you're relying instead on tax deferrals instead of offering real help and real support. The people of Ontario deserve better from this government right now, and they cannot wait because they are struggling each and every day to make ends meet, and they need a government that actually demonstrates and takes the action needed to show that they care. So, unfortunately, this throne speech did not deliver for the people of Ontario. It did not put the priorities and the needs in healthcare. You're still underfunding despite the fact that we're in a health crisis. It did not deliver in education. It did not deliver for the women of this province who were not even mentioned, for the environment and climate change, or for education and for the future of this province. And it's time that you get to work.
Thank you.